I'm Katrina, and this is Sow and Tare. Internet says it's 35 out. My temperature gauge says 25. So, we are going to be tapping trees later today. Forecast says lower 40s, but my little valley here is always different, so we're going to chance it and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to do this part inside because it is colder outside. So tapping should occur when it is at least freezing at night, and then in the daytime it gets up above freezing to some point. I'm not an expert in this. This is my first time doing it. Here we go. Got 2-gallon buckets, and they will have a lid on the bucket, but I need to put a hole in there so that we can get the sap from the tree into the bucket. So, the kit I got was off of Amazon. I don't even remember. I got it last year right after tapping season, so there's no paperwork with this. These are filters right here. We have the tubing. I did get extra tubing in case I need it. And then these are what the taps look like. I'll give a close-up of that later in the video. And this actually came with a bit, which is nice because I was like, oh, I gotta figure out what size bit, and then there wasn't any paperwork, and then I realized that there was a drill bit in here. So, there is a drill bit in here. I'm going to use this drill bit in the bucket as well. And you can see there's a point on it. It's not just a regular drill bit, it has an extra point on it, so this is for that. I will be taping this at, I think, 1.5 inches so that I know where to stop. You can go, on the internet at least, what I researched, you can go up to 2 inches in, but it's 1.5 to 2 inches, and so I figure 1.5 is what I should do. The sap is in that growing layer of wood. So if you see tree rings, there's the heartwood, which is basically dead. It's no longer growing. It's there. It's not going to change. And each of the rings is a season. It grows fast in the summertime, and then grows slow in the wintertime. And then so that's where the rings are. The rings are in the skinny rings are in the winter. The bigger rings are in the summer, and you could tell how those years were weather-wise by looking at tree rings. Now, the actively growing layer is that outer layer. So that's what we're tapping into, and that's what the sap is flowing through. So that's the sapwood. So there you go. I am going to use a cordless drill, charge this overnight, and oops, that's the wrong way. Stuff in my pockets. All right, so that is in there, and I'm just going to put a hole in here towards the side of center. Sure. And I'm going to use the same bucket over to do this because then it will be like I only have to clear shavings from one bucket. I'm going to back up here so you guys can maybe see better, huh? Alright, so this is just going straight in. This should go pretty quick. I bought 10 buckets. Because I have 10 taps. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start with the walnuts. I expect to put 2 taps in one of the walnut trees and 1 tap in the other. And then we'll move to maples. I would really love to tap the huge maple in front of the house, but it's not going to happen for probably quite a few years because when we were doing all of the digging for, it's a little funky one. We were doing all the digging for electrical and water and all that stuff. It had quite a bit of root damage, which we were going to go further away from the tree, but that's not what happened. So I am not going to take that tree's tree blood from it right now. Actually, most of the shavings are staying on top. Not very many in this bucket here. And I'll just sweep this up later. So, I don't know what we're going to be looking at bucket-wise. Like, I don't know if it'll fill up in a day, in half a day. I have no idea. So, I'm going to be checking these probably pretty regularly. Or I'll try to. And we'll go from there. Alright, let's get outside. It's still in the 20s. It's supposed to get to like 65 today though. We'll see about that. I'm betting it's going to get to 50 something. We're about 10 degrees off of what the weather people tell us is going to be. So, you know. Yeah. Ready to go. Fresh elk scat right here. Hi, elk scat. Alright. So these are the two maple trees, not maple, these are the two walnut trees. One is this big one, and then there's a small one right there. I've been told walnuts are not really native to this area by a forester who came here. That is my one source, so if I'm wrong, let me know nicely. But if that's the case, these were likely planted in the 30s. There was an original homestead was down here fairly close to this, so that would make sense. But this one is really huge. The other one is a reasonable size too. I'm going to do 2 taps on the large one and 1 tap on the smaller one, and we'll see where we are from there. Now, I thought I had 10 taps. I have 5. Which is probably fine for first time tapping, but I will be finding 2 maples to tap in addition to this. But it looks like my first tapping experience will be with a walnut, which is kind of unusual. So let's head down there and get to tapping. Okay, so I'm here at the smaller tree, and this is the walnut, and I'm looking, there's a branch up there. So from what I've read, you're looking at underneath the larger branch is going to have better flow. So I'm going to put it right in here, I think. And then I do have the taps in my pocket. I forgot my hammer. I'll be back with my hammer. Alright, I got my hammer. I forgot to tape this, so I will do that for the other ones, but I'm going to say about 1 inch of the full bit will be out. That's what I'm going to say, just measuring with my thumb. Alright, let's see how we do this. So I'm going to go with right here. If I do this, it's going to be mostly through bark, but yeah. So slightly uphill. Let's see what we can do with that. Not uphill, up. All right, so there we go, and I don't see anything dripping. Kind of unclog this. There we go. That's clean now. So I'm just cleaning this out. It says instructions I saw said to bring like a clean nail, but I did not do that. So I'm not seeing anything flowing right now. Hopefully that means it will flow later. think the bark right here is only about this thick. So we're just gonna do it. This is my first time doing this, guys. So I don't know if, you know, what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. This week would have been a great week to do this, though. Let me see how long these are. All right, we're gonna go with that. So it's not dripping. I've seen videos where it's dripping, so I'm going to put this bucket here. There's the bucket with the lid. Put the lid on. Well, maybe I'll put the lid on. Awesome. These lids don't go on very easily. Well, I'm just going to set it there and hopefully an elk doesn't kick it over. Not what I wanted. Alright, so I'm going to get the distance from here to the bucket. And this hole does not look big enough for the bucket. Oh well. We're going with it, guys. This tubing's a little bit loose. The tubing that came with it. Hopefully it'll be okay. Well, since this isn't going on anyway, I probably needed a bigger hole. I did buy some spare tubing, which is not this big. I mean, this fits on there, but it's not really gripping. Came as a kit, you know. So I think I'm going to just make this bigger. And yes, I know I got plastic shavings down there, but I'm going to put these in my pocket. All right. Squeeze this in. All right, it's not pinched off. So let's go with it. I was really hoping that this bucket would actually just snap on like this, but it's a leak-tight one, which probably means you're supposed to use a rubber mallet, and it's probably not supposed to yeah, it says to remove, I wish I saw this one before I got it. To remove, cover, break openings. So that's right here. So yeah, this is not meant to be a reusable lid over and over like this by not breaking things. So, alright, well, this is the first year doing this. I'm gonna do this. Can't really return the lid since I already drilled a hole in them, but for the ones I have down here, this is what we're doing. Hopefully it won't tip over. Hopefully things won't get in there. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even sit on there right. Alright, well, we are where we are, and that's where we are. Alright, let me go over to the other tree. We'll do 2 more. Alright, so this tree is a huge tree. It's very old, at least from the 30s, if not older, and my battery's low, so hopefully this will go smoothly. So hopefully this one taps well, and we should be seeing stuff. I don't know, it's not, I don't think it's in the 40s yet. It is much warmer than it was when I started, but it was like 25 then, so yeah. All right, so this right here is a branch that comes down. So I'm gonna just put it right here, right in that crack, I think. Right there, that should be good. That should be good. Or should I put it here? I'll put it here. Yeah, I'll go here. All right, let's see what we get with that. Use another piece of grass. Clear it out. Nothing flowing yet. Hopefully this, ouch, hopefully this flows a little later in the day. Hopefully I'm not doing it too far in. Hopefully I'm doing it in far enough. So before, how I got through is I kind of folded it and then unfolded it once it was in there. Just like that. I think what I'm going to do is come back and just put like some painter's tape just to close the bucket, because I don't need it to be airtight, but it is a little annoying that the bucket lid just doesn't go on a bucket. I mean, I have to use a rubber hammer on it, so I think that's what I'm going to do. My solution, since it's going to be open and close and open and close. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Man. Okay, this is a little wet though, which is good. That's good. But I just don't know how far we're getting into it. Anybody have a guess as to what I'm doing wrong? Because I did something wrong. It should be something super obvious. It was not obvious to me at the time. I will tell you about it later. Now I'm expecting the bark on this tree to be quite thick. I need to get past the bark, and I don't know that I am. Alright, we're getting into the sapwood. Hopefully I'm not cauterizing it by doing all this, jeez. Alright, at this point I'm just going to clear it and hook it up. I have no idea if we're even to the right depth or not. We all know this, but walnut's freaking hard. I'm using the piece of grass to clear the shavings that are inside the hole, because you don't want the shavings inside the hole when you put the tap in. Alright, here's a huge maple, and it does go way up. It is multi-stemmed, but there's a branch. See that branch on the other side? I think I might get, let's see where we are here. I think I might do the other side of that branch, and then this branch on this side, and see what the difference is. This side's always going to be shady, so I'm not sure that's the best choice, but we're experimenting. Now, these are not sugar maples, these are big leaf maples, so they're going to have about half as much sugar as the sugar maples, but this is what I have, and we're going to do it. So, I'm down to this much tubing. They did not provide very much tubing for those 5 things. So, let's see. There's all sorts of kinks in it too. About that far up. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go right in here. Hopefully this will be better than the walnut. You know why I didn't work on the walnut? I had it on freaking reverse. Gosh. These things can get bumped when you put them down. So this isn't dripping yet, but it is only 41 degrees right now, so it's not flowing yet, so it should flow later. I forgot my buckets. Alright, I made a little platform there for this, and you guys can't see. This is a steeper hill, so you'll see better on the other side. The kit that I got, the hose is really kinked in a lot of places, so I'm just, like, here's a kink, I'm just pressing really hard the opposite direction of the kink to get those out, and it seems to be working, but the tubing I got separate from the kit, from, you know, different seller, doesn't have any kinks in it, so I probably got the cheapest one, I don't know, I don't remember. But I'm just going along and unkinking this. Alright, well I think that's all it's gonna take right now. So, all right, let's go do the last one is on the other side of this tree, and then we will be set. I might buy more taps because I have more trees that I could tap, but I kind of want to see how it goes as well. So anyway, that's where we are. Okay, so this did have sun on it when I was on the other side, just a little bit. And so I'm going to drill on this side and see what we get. See how long we can drill since I only have this much left. Or how far we can drill. How high, that's what I'm trying to say. We can go a little higher. I want to see if going a little higher gives any different result. All right, that's probably the smoothest one yet. Let's get the stick. Oops. And clear it out. Oh, I guess I did this. Sorry, guys. I did this on the uphill side of your camera view. All right. So I'm just clearing it with a stick. Again, no liquid coming out right now, but we'll see. We'll see if I time this right or not. Hi, Mama Kitty. Hi, Ringo. Mama Kitty's running up trees. Alright, so this still has lots of kinks in it, but we're going to do the best we can with it. So I drilled a hole, and so this I'm going to kind of fold and shove in there, and this is actually a little long now, which is fine. Alright, so this is now open. Make sure that's not kinked right there. And let's put the bucket down. So, try and keep the bucket upright, and I think I'm going to have to cut this a little further. Let's see. It might be better over there. It's a little angly right here. Or should I just put it right there? I'll put it right here. Let's see what happens with that. We do not want this kink here. All right, there we go. That's good enough for now. And hopefully this all works. You know, with these drills, we have this part here, That's reverse, that's forward, in the middle is lock. And when you pick up something and you just pick it up, you could do the wrong one. So that's what I was doing wrong, guys. Learning. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you are in an area that you can try and tap some of these things. If you have suggestions for me, this is my first time doing it. Let me know how you may do it differently, how you may do it the same, ideas on doing the actual processing, because I'm not there yet. Then go ahead and put that in the comments, be helpful. And I hope you are enjoying your day and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.